Hi there. So welcome to the fourth video of FlexSim tutorial. So in this video, we are going to cover the task 1.2, which is to get data from the 3D model we created previously in our previous lectures. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to get data from the model using chart. Since the purpose of the building this simulation is to make the customer service center more efficient and to increase customer satisfaction. So we will gather data with the purpose of answering the following question. How long does the waiting line get at various points during simulation? What is the average amount of time that customers spend waiting in line? How many customers are leaving feeling satisfied or unsatisfied? So what percentage of the time is the service desk busy helping customers as opposed to being idle? So we will learn how to create charts that will help you understand better answer these questions. So when we are finished, we will create a dashboard that has the charts similar to the ones in the following image. This one we are going to be creating, okay? So step one, create a dashboard. So in this step, we will add a dashboard to our simulation model. A dashboard is a blank space that you can fill up with charts and will display data about your simulation model as it runs, updating it in real time. You will create the actual charts in the next step. So in this step, you will add, rename, and resize the dashboard. On the main toolbar, click the Dashboards button to open a menu. Select Add Blank Dashboard. The new dashboard will open as a separate pane to the right side of the model. So let's go to FlexSim and let's look for the dashboard. So here we have the dashboard. Let's click on it and we want to create a blank dashboard. So this has created a blank dashboard. Here are some elements: content, output, stay time, state, zone, milestone, travel, general. Okay. So now in the object name box at the top of the properties, type customer service metrics. So we want to change the properties to customer service metrics. Once I've done that, we need to resize the dashboard to be a little bigger. Mouse over the left edge of the dashboard until the mouse pointer changes to a set of arrows. So here if I take my mouse, it will become an arrow and I can just click and drag to make it a little bigger. So now click the edges of the window or pane and drag it until the dashboard pane is about the third larger than the default size. Okay. Pin the statistics from properties. Okay. In this step, we will learn how to pin a statistics from a 3D object to your dashboard. Each object in your 3D model collects automatic statistics such as its current content, how many flow items are currently at that fixed resource, and its stay time, how long flow items are staying at the fixed resource. So this is very good compared to other simulation softwares. So it collects some data automatically. So we can view the statistics for a specific object in properties and watch them update in real time as the simulation runs. So we will also pin statistics from these objects to the dashboard to help with data collection. Since we are interested in gathering data about the customer waiting time, we will pin some content statistics for the waiting line QE to the dashboard in this step. So when we pin a statistics to a dashboard, it automatically creates something called a statistics collector to track this data. So statistics collectors work behind the scenes to gather specific data from the object in your model. During simulation run, each statistics collector listens to events or the 3D object in the model and collects data about those events in a data table. So we can either view the data table directly or visualize the data using a chart in the dashboard. We can also export the table if you would prefer to analyze or visualize the data using a third-party software program such as an Excel or Tableau. Okay, so we'll use the statistics to create a time plot chart that will show the content of the waiting line as it increases or decreases over time. To create this chart in the 3D model, click the waiting line QE to select it. In Properties, click the Expand button next to the Statistics group. Open the Statistics group to open the object statistics. Next to the content statistics, click the pin button to open a menu. Point to pin to customer service metrics, then point to content, then select line chart. The chart will appear. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we need to go to the FlexSim software and let's put it here. Uh, Let's put it here. So first thing, let's make the customer service. Okay, let's click on the waiting line GUI. Let's set the reset and in the properties, click the expand button. Okay, first click on the waiting line, then let's go to the statistics and expand it, and then next to the content statistics, click the pin button to open a menu. This is the content, so I wanted to click here and point to pin to customer service metric. Okay, and then go to content and then select a line chart. You should add a line chart here. Now click the reset button to show the content of the chart. Okay. If the chart is not already selected, click this chart to select it. Mouse over the right edge of the chart until the mouse pointer adjusts to a set of arrows. Drag the edge of the chart to make it bigger. In the name box at the top properties, change the chart's display name to waiting line content over time. So we are going to change the name of this to waiting line content over time. And we need to hmm, make it a little bigger. So if you were to run the simulation model at this point, your chart would look similar to this one. So let's click on the run. Okay, I can see that data is coming very nicely. Hmm. So it shows us the number of customers that are, or the patient that is waiting in the waiting line QE. Okay, so now let's see, add a chart from the library. In this step, we will learn how to add a chart from the library to the dashboard. We will notice that when you have the dashboard open and active, the library changes to show a variety of charts. You can choose a chart from the library depending on how you would like to visualize the data. So here are some charts, okay? So in the content, there are many things. So in this step, we will add charts that will track the stay time of customers in the waiting line. These statistics will give you data about the average and maximum wait times that customers are experiencing. So this is also the first tutorial in which we will use a useful tool called the sampler button. When you click this button, your mouse will change to a sampler icon to indicate that you are in sampling mode. In sampling mode, you can sample objects in your simulation model quickly and easily as needed. In this step, you will sample objects in the model to add them to your charts. To add a chart from library, click in the gray area of the customer service metrics dashboard. Right here. In the stay time selection, state right here, which is here, click the stay time option and drag bar chart to the dashboard. So this has created a bar chart. Okay, reset. Okay, click on the new chart to show its properties. Change the name of the chart to average waiting time. Average waiting time. Now, in the options panel, click the sampler button to enter the sampling mode, then click the waiting line queue. So I'm going to click here on the sampler and I'm going to click on the waiting line QE. Now I've added it here. Now double click in the gray area of the customer service metrics dashboard. In the stay time section, click the stay time option and choose table. Okay. Click on the new chart to show its properties. Change the name of the chart to wait times. In the options panel, click the sampler button and click on the waiting line again. Feel free to resize or reposition the charts in the dashboard. Okay, so let's reposition the charts a little. So let's say I want it to be here, and let's make it up to this. Okay, now let's put it back and put the software here. Okay, if you were to run your simulation at this point, your charts would look similar to this. Okay, so let's reset and let's run. Okay, so now I am getting the line chart, I'm getting the bar chart, I'm getting the table. So I'm getting the max stay time, the average stay time, and the average stay time in the bar chart. Okay. So now add output. In this step, we will add charts to measure the output of the model. The charts will show the total number of people who have left the system through either the happy customer. To create the output chart, double click in the gray area of the dashboard and choose bar chart output section. In the output section, click on the output option and click the bar chart. Click on the new chart to show its properties. There's the name of the chart to happy versus unhappy customers. In the options panel, click the sampler button and click on the happy customer sync. Similar to the previous method, I'm just going to let's try to position this somewhere good. I can just click here and drag it and put it here, maybe a little higher. Okay, and I'm going to click on the sampler button again, and I'm going to click on the unhappy customers. Okay, so now click the sample button again and click on the okay. So now I'm going to click here again, click on the sampler again, and click on the happy customers. Okay, this will be showing the throughput. Okay, so okay, now let's click on the reset and run it. So now in the dashboard, we should be seeing, yeah, we're seeing the number of unhappy customers, the happy customers, and all of the data that we just created. So create a stat chart. That is the next step. So in this step, we are going to add one last chart to our dashboard, a pie chart that shows how well the service desk is being utilized. To create this chart, double click in the gray area of the customer service metrics in the state section, click the state option and choose pie chart. So double click here. In the state section, click on the state and open the pie chart, resize and put it here, and then change the name of the chart to service desk utilization. Service desk utilization. In the options panel, click the sampler button. Okay, now let's click on the reset and make this a little bigger and let's run it. So you're seeing that the service desk utilization is very high, 100%, which is technically not very sound. Okay, so that means they're overutilized. Your worker is tired, and it might happen something. So the last step, analyze the data. In this step, we are going to run the simulation model and view your chart. Using the information gathered from this chart, you will learn how to identify problem areas in your business system. So if you haven't already, you should change the speed at your simulation model runs to 1000. So you have already done that so that you can get more comprehensive data faster. You should also set the simulation model to stop running after 12 hours. We have done this. So press the reset button and press the run button again. Okay, so based on this, you can analyze your data after the simulation is complete, which has been complete. So you can see that a total number of 278 customers were unhappy because they had to wait for more than 200 seconds, and a total of 455 happy customers because they didn't need to wait for 200 seconds. And your service desk was very little time idle. That means it was overutilized, and your resources are going to be very tired. So yeah, so that's the conclusion. Like this, you can analyze your data and you can make improvement in the system. So if I were to add what should have been done, since your unhappy customers is very high, which is like 25% of the total customer, and your service desk utilization is very high, it would be wise to add another service desk here so that more customers can be handled parallelly. So, so that's my view. That's my opinion. So you might come to a different conclusion. So this is the end of the fourth lecture. So in the upcoming lecture, we are going to learn how to build a process flow model, uh, which is going to be different, and we are going to be using the process flow library. Okay. So I'm requesting you again to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below if you have any questions. And I want you to have a very good day and happy learning. So thank you and bye.